Right now at 6, a Toma home condemned after an early morning fire.
And a city in Iowa prepares for a future without police.
We're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. 2
people were arrested for crimes related to possession and distribution of fentanyl. On July 22nd, Carrie Bashaw and Antoine King were arrested during a traffic stop in Holman after a leafy green substance consistent with marijuana was found in their car. After booking at the La Crosse County Jail, a bag containing a quarter to half pound of fentanyl was found on King. Bashaw is charged with multiple counts, including conspiracy to commit possession with intent to deliver fentanyl. She's out of jail on a $5,000 signature bond. King, meanwhile, charged with multiple counts, including possession with intent to deliver more than 50 grams of fentanyl. He's still in custody on a $50,000 cash bond.
A Toma house is deemed unlivable after a fire broke out earlier this morning. Around 8:30 a.m., the Toma Fire Department responded to a house fire on the 800 block of Cranberry Circle. Fire Chief Tim Adler says 3 people were at home at the time, but they got out without any injuries. The house suffered significant smoke and water damage and has been condemned. It was determined that the fire was caused by an unattended toaster in the kitchen.
Another day full of sunshine and pleasant temperatures here in western Wisconsin.
Absolutely.
It's been a nice coming to the end of the month of July, Nicole.
Oh yeah, it's been beautiful out there. I mean, we're gonna have to savor it a little bit because we do have some of that muggier, hotter weather on the way. But as for right now and the rest of the week, it is going to be beautiful out there. We have a nice view looking out at La Crosse as the sun starts to set. Still a couple clouds in the sky. We've seen them start to dissipate a little bit as we get into those evening hours. That's going to continue throughout the overnight period, getting some clear skies as we get overnight, and that's really going to help our low temperatures kind of dip a little bit below normal. Not too cold though, sticking in those 60s as we, or upper 50s into the 60s as we get throughout the night. Otherwise, the rest of the night here in La Crosse, again, those clouds are going to start to clear up a little bit, dipping down into the 70s as we get into those early evening hours. Pretty similar story in Eau Claire, a little bit cooler, but yeah, those clouds are really going to get out of the area, and it's going to be sunny until the sun sets and then clear skies. So we have some patchy fog coming in the morning. For most of the area, it's going to be most drastic if you're living in those river valleys, and then a pleasant and dry end to the week, but we do have that heat, humidity, and rain chances returning as we get into next week.
All right, so we'll just be enjoying the next few days for
yes,
sure.
Definitely.
All right, thank you, Nicole.
At the end of this week, Lansing, Iowa will no longer have any police officers.
And News 8 Now's Allison Ferget is in Lansing today, and she joins us to explain how the city's preparing for a future without any officers. Good evening, Allison.
Ken and Emily, Lansing's police chief's last day was June 26, and now this Friday the department's 2 other officers are set to leave. While this tight-knit community is sad to see them go, they know they've got each other's backs.
I guess we're governing, lawing ourselves.
Come this Friday, and Lansing's police department will be empty. In a statement sent to News 8 Now, Lansing's mayor confirmed the city's entire police force resigned, writing, quote, "Our chief of police resigned a few weeks ago to assume the same position with the city of New Hampton, Iowa. Thereafter, one of our 2 remaining officers resigned to take an officer position, also in New Hampton. Our 3rd individual submitted his resignation to return to EMS with Gunderson."
You know, losing a few friends, that for sure was the first thing that came to mind.
Many residents like Buckmaster are sad to see the community lose their officers, and they're also wondering what led to this.
So just kind of curious as to what's going on with the city and the police force, and why they weren't able to keep them or make things happen that way.
While the city looks for new officers, Allamakee County Sheriff's Office will be covering the city's law enforcement needs. But residents still have some concerns about what a lack of a city police department could mean.
Speeders going through town in the middle of the night, and just not knowing that there's not a law there.
But with a population of under 1,000, residents are used to checking in on each other.
At least up in my little neighborhood, we're just a bunch of old people, and you know, if somebody does something wrong, we all know.
And they're confident they can look after their own.
Again, all looking out for each other. It's almost like the town will be policing. There'll be 998 police instead of 3.
Now, the Lansing Police Department also oversaw the nearby city of New Albin. The Allamakee Sheriff's Department will now also be in charge of that region. Reporting in Lansing, Allison Ferget. Ken and Emily, back to you.
All right, thank you, Allison.
The city of La Crosse needs to update its zoning code and ramp up construction to keep up with housing needs. That's according to a report presented today to the city's Economic and Community Development Commission. RDG Planning and Design found city renting costs have risen higher than wages and inflation. Almost half of city renters are currently cost burdened, meaning they spend more than 30% of the median area income on housing costs. It also found that if the city wants to provide housing that will match the city's comprehensive plan, the city would need to build about 200 new units every year through 2030. One of the biggest findings is the city's zoning code needs a full review. The group found 67% of all city-zoned land outside agricultural zoning to allow housing is listed as R1 single-family or Washburn residential. Those districts don't allow anything other than single-family housing. So the group says an updated zoning code should do more to remove potential development barriers.
Congressman Derek Van Orden is praising new House legislation as a big win for Wisconsin's 3rd Congressional District. The Water Resources Development Act authorizes improvements to critical water infrastructure across the country, including dams and levees. It also authorizes feasibility studies for hundreds of proposed projects. Many of the proposed projects would help communities mitigate flood risks or restore natural ecosystems. The bill passed in the House this week with widespread bipartisan support, including Van Orden's. He's excited about the legislation, which he says will have a range of benefits across the Coulee region.
I came to Congress to work for the people of the 3rd, and this bill is awesome. It does everything from helping our locks and dams to wetland preservation. It is really a remarkably good bill.
The Water Resources Development Act directs the Army Corps of Engineers to conduct studies of numerous proposed projects here in the Coulee region. They include building a levee in La Crosse, upgrading infrastructure on the Trempealeau River, and overhauling the flood risk management system.
A vision for affordable living is taking root today in Prairie du Chien. Shovels hit the dirt this morning to break ground on a new 24-unit housing development called Prairie Cottages. Coulee Cap Community Action Agency and Girard Companies are behind this project, which aims to provide quality homes for income-eligible workers, seniors, and disabled residents. The development will feature solar panels to keep energy costs down. Coulee Cap's executive director says the new apartments will provide some much-needed affordable housing for the area.
Many people were traveling from outside the area to work, and there was a critical shortage of housing, especially affordable housing in the area for the local workforce.
Prairie Cottages will be completed in early 2025. Leasing will start in January of next year.
Class 53 of the National Guard's Wisconsin Challenge Academy is starting their journey at Fort McCoy today. The Academy is an alternative education program designed to reclaim the lives of at-risk youth. Founded in 1998, its mission is to help young people build the life skills necessary to become successful adults. Enrollment took place this morning at Gloria Dei Lutheran Church. The Academy's director believes the program gives at-risk youth a second chance.
Kids that I talk to right before graduation, they come and tell me they're so thankful that I allowed them to come in. They're so thankful that this was a life-changing experience for them, and they tell me this coming here actually saved their life, because they tell me they could either be in jail or they could be home sitting on the couch. This program actually changed their life.
After a 22-week residential phase, cadets are encouraged to continue their education, find work, join the military, or volunteer in their communities.
Coming up, President Biden addresses the nation.
What he has to say in his first address since dropping out of the 2024 race.
Track records matter. My record?
I passed laws, make healthcare more affordable, reduce prescription drug costs, and strengthen clean water laws.
I'm Katrina Shankland. I approve this message because in Congress, I'll get things done.
It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Rewards Member Appreciation Event. While we offer unbeatable deals every day, now through July 31st, we're showing extra appreciation to our rewards members with exclusive deals. Like 40-pound bags of Blaine's Black Oil Sunflower Seed on sale for $17.99. Rewards members save an extra $2. These Best Air Furnace filters, $22.99. Just $19.99 for rewards members. Not a rewards member? Sign up at checkout or online. Don't miss our Rewards Member Appreciation Event going on now.
Improving your home, improving your life with quality for less. Don't be fooled by free installation or buy this and get that free. Be assured this baloney is the road sign to high prices. Discover what thousands of your friends and neighbors have for over 30 years. The best price today and every day on windows and doors, bathrooms and kitchens, siding and gutters, sunrooms, decks, and pergolas. Call or visit the board store for a prompt free estimate. 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse, since 1989.
T-Mobile coverage in my area is wonderful.
We have 8 acres, and it gives you peace of mind to know that you're going to have a reliable signal.
We enjoy hiking. We enjoy the outdoors. The coverage has been great.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
Would you hire a barber who's never cut hair before? So why send someone to Congress who's never held public office and never passed a single bill? I'm Katrina Shankland. I approve this message because we need an experienced congresswoman. Right, Jed?
President Joe Biden told reporters Tuesday to tune in and listen Wednesday night as he addresses the country for the first time since dropping out of the presidential race.
The decision paved the way for Vice President Kamala Harris to take the top spot on the Democratic ticket, a move that has some GOP critics claiming only happened because Harris is a person of color. Skylar Henry has more details from Capitol Hill.
Why did you drop out of the election? President Biden is preparing to address the nation tonight and explain why, after months of insisting he's running for president, he changed his mind Sunday.
And say, it is not about me, it is about the American people, it is about the country, and make, again, a personal, difficult decision.
The decision opened the door for Vice President Kamala Harris to become the likely Democratic nominee. She campaigned in Indianapolis Wednesday addressing Zeta Phi Beta, a historically black sorority.
With your support, I am fighting for our nation's future.
Some Republicans have slammed Harris, claiming she is only on the ticket because of diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI.
I think she was a DEI hire, and I think that that's what we're seeing.
I agree with what the President of the United States, President Biden, said about it. He actually said that it was DEI.
President Biden did say during the 2020 campaign that he would like to pick an African-American woman as his running mate, but he never called her a DEI pick, and some Democratic lawmakers say they are offended by the use of the term.
We all recognize what people mean when they say DEI now, right? And it has become a safe way of basically using a racial slur against black folks, not just black folks, but particularly black folks.
Former President Donald Trump says Biden picked Harris in 2020 despite her playing the race card against him.
There's nobody nastier than her. She played the race card at a level that you rarely see, and she really was very nasty to him, and then he picked her, so I don't get that exactly.
Trump is campaigning in the battleground state of North Carolina Wednesday evening.
Now, the Trump campaign filed a complaint with the Federal Elections Commission on Wednesday, trying to block Harris from getting access to President Biden's campaign war chest, which has more than $90 million in funds.
Lacing up for peace.
After the break, a run across America for peace, stopping in La Crosse.
Our skies are going to start to clear up as we get into the evening, but we might have some patchy fog going into the morning. All the details coming right up.
They don't clock out at 5 or care if it's the weekend. That means we keep working too.
So when Eric Hovde says that farmers don't work hard,
That pisses me off.
Think of farming. Look at the old physical toil that it would take on your body. Now you're largely driving around a tractor.
A California banker criticizing Wisconsin farmers for not working hard? We know what that is.
Eric Hovde, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Chevy lets you begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you. Get 1.9% financing on this 2024 Silverado when you finance with GM Financial. Or get $5,750 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Finish your wood projects with Cabot Australian Timber Oil. It's perfect for decks, siding, and outdoor furniture while providing maximum penetration, durability, and water repellency. A gallon is $49.98 plus 11% rebate. Cabot Gold is the ultimate finish, providing an unparalleled satin sheen and strong protection from UV sun damage, extreme temperatures, rain, and moisture. A gallon is just $54.98 plus 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
At Driven to Clean, our goal is fast, efficient cleaning of your trash bins and dumpsters. Our high-powered wash system and autonomous trucks kill almost 99% of all bin bacteria, using 200-degree pressurized water to blast away germs and residue. We come the day after trash or recycling pickup for residential services and pre-schedule for commercial. Once completed, you'll have the cleanest bins around. Check out our plans and pricing at driventoclean.com.
Irish Fest Lacrosse is almost here, so mark your calendars for 3 exciting days of Irish music, culture, games, food and family fun. Check out performances by Gaelic Storm, the Byrne Brothers, the Harp Twins, On Or, the Screaming Orphans, Sholin, Gadan featuring Enda Scahill from Wee Banjo 3 and more. Immerse yourself in Celtic culture and traditions, including Highland games, tug of war and lots of fun for the wee folks. Irish Fest Lacrosse, August 9th through 11th. Purchase tickets online at irishfestlacrosse.org. Sláinte.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Well, runners laced up for peace this morning in La Crosse.
Yeah, the Sri Chinmoy Oneness Home Peace Run stopped at the Erickson Boys and Girls Club. This international torch relay features runners from 6 different countries on a 4-month journey across the U.S. and Canada.
At today's event, local kids had the opportunity to run with the peace torch. Their goal is to spread a message that peace begins with individuals.
To give people an opportunity to express their love for peace and to share the message that peace really begins in the heart of each person. And when we can find it there in our own lives, then we can easily spread it.
The team plans to cover 73 miles today, running from La Crescent to Richland Center along Route 14, passing the torch along the way.
All right.
At least they had good weather for it today.
They sure did, and it has been downright pleasant here in western Wisconsin, and hopefully continuing for at least up until the weekend. Let's get all the details from Nicole Skalicki.
Yeah, it has been beautiful out there, especially the last few days. A couple showers earlier, but it's cleared up. It's going to stay that way as we get throughout the rest of the week, too. We're really going to have those sunny skies and those pleasant temperatures. We do have a little bit of a heat up coming on the way, though. As we can see with our upper air, we have that situation of mild air just sticking over us. That's going to continue until we get into the early weekend. Starting Saturday, we can kind of see this ridge of warmer, hotter air starting to move, make its way to the west, or excuse me, from the west to the east very slowly. Can start to see that warmer air kind of get into our area, our neck of the woods. And then once we get into Saturday and Sunday, we see that hotter air really start to reach up. And that's really going to make its way and settle in as we get into the beginning of next week. So definitely take your time and enjoy this weather while we have it, because it's going to heat up a little bit. If you're outside at all at the beginning of this week, you might have seen some hazy skies. I saw some cool pictures of the sun with the haze in front of it. But that's going to continue as we have this high pressure system moving in, kind of circling over northern Minnesota. That's going to bring some of that smoke down from Canada. Not a lot of it is going to be at the surface. We can see some lower and barely medium values of smoke at the surface. We're not really expecting any air quality alerts or anything like that to be out at this moment in time, so that shouldn't be too much of a concern. Might just see a couple hazy sky conditions as we move throughout the week. Now here's our rain chances. We're not seeing much Saturday, but as we get into Sunday, mainly Sunday evening, that's where we're going to see our first chance of those rain showers that I mentioned earlier. Here's Sunday evening. That's going to be the strongest possibility of where the showers are at this moment in time. Going into Monday, could see a couple more sprinkles, and then a slight chance as we get into Tuesday morning. And that's going to continue as we go into the week with just some smaller chances of rain. And with that rain, we're going to have the humidity that comes right along with it. So we're really stretching up into those 70s for the dew points as we get into Saturday, going into Sunday and Monday, getting into the very humid to almost oppressive stages. So once we have those warmer temperatures, we're also going to have those heat and sea values kind of stretching into those mid 90s at times. The only sense of moisture that we seem to have in the air right now is going to come in terms of fog. Now, you might have seen some patchy fog this morning and you're driving to work. That's going to stick around going into tomorrow morning and into Friday morning possibly too. This is definitely going to be enhanced if you're living in those lower areas, especially those river valleys, but most of us could see some decreased visibility as we drive into work tomorrow. Overnight lows, with those clear skies, we're going to be sitting a little bit cooler than normal, so you could open your window tonight if you want. Still pretty close to average, sitting at 60 in La Crosse. Much of the area, though, is in those upper 50s, a little bit cooler to our north. And again, watch for that fog as you go into the morning. Tomorrow, pretty normal, sitting in the 80s for much of the area, maybe a couple upper 70s as we go throughout the area. But for the rest of the week, again, I said it's going to be pleasant until we get to this weekend. We kind of can start to see that warm up heading in a little bit, and then after that, we really see it ramp up with those 90s in the forecast, and then again, those rain chances.
So be cranking the AC once that humidity gets
Make
here.
sure it's still working, yeah.
All right. Thank you, Nicole. Coming up next in sports, the Brewers look for a series win in the Windy City in their final meeting with the Cubs this season. Plus, regional Legion action underway. See which team started their playoff run with a dub after the break.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a 40-cent fuel saver for every $60. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only at Hy-Vee.
Our country has taken a beating the last few years, but I know we can turn it around. It'll take a lot of hard work like these athletes put in. We need to get serious about our spending that has caused prices to skyrocket. We need to fix our healthcare and address the shortage of affordable housing. Also, we must close our border, stop the flow of fentanyl, and put Americans first. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message. Let's get America winning gold again.
Taco John's potato olays are the best potatoes on the planet. And now we guarantee your order is served hot and crispy, or we'll replace them on the spot. Let's see a French fry guarantee that. Potato olays, hot, fresh, and crispy guaranteed at Taco John's.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra. Available with the connected driving experience. And the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get $3,500 purchase cash on select GMC Sierra models. Or get a total of $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Why didn't we do this last year?
Before you were preventing migraine with Qulipta?
And look at me now. You'll never truly forget migraine, but 0 migraine days are possible.
Don't take if allergic to Qulipta. Most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and sleepiness.
Qulipta, the forget you get migraine medicine.
3 days only at Hy-Vee. Bone-in pork shoulder roast, just 99 cents a pound. Driscoll strawberries, just $1.77 for a 1-pound pack. And Hy-Vee shredded cheese, just $1.48. Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports.
Hello, we are officially made it to the postseason Legion baseball action in Wisconsin, and we'll have action from 3 different divisions. Here I am over the next few days, but we begin in Class 3A in Holmen, where Post 284 was facing off with Post 52. And to the pit we go, an absolutely gorgeous day for some baseball. Love those baby blue unis for lacrosse. All right, early action in this one. Before an out is even recorded for Holmen. Johnny Lever sends a grounder to right field. Ball takes a wild bounce. 2-0 lacrosse. Not much later, Dawson Lappick lifting one to shallow right. That falls to plate another. Post 52 not backing down from the strong Post 284 squad. And from there, the pitching sort of settled in as Aaron Plose gets a couple guys to whiff. Nice job by him to settle down those Post 52 bats. And the pitching was strong on the other side too. Lappick getting a few punch outs in the 3rd inning as well. Post 84 would mount a comeback though. This one just now tied up in the last inning, 8th inning here, and that game is all tied. Last meeting of the season between the Brewers and Cubs. Milwaukee looking for the series win in the first. The Crew matches their total runs from the entire game yesterday thanks to a base knock by Jackson Churio. Cubs would take the lead, but then with the bases loaded and a full count in the 6th inning, Bryce Terang shoots one through the right side of the infield. That brings in Willie Adames to tie things back up. Milwaukee wouldn't be able to bring any more in, though, with the bases loaded. So to the 9th we go. Blake Perkins on first, and William Contreras sprays one to the left center gap. That ball is down, and Perkins turns on the afterburners to give the Brewers the lead again. And Yoel Piamps would work a 1-2-3 inning in the 9th to secure the victory. Brewers take the rubber match, 3-2. But there was some bad news today if you are a Brewer fan. One of the best hitters this year from Milwaukee is headed back to the injured list thanks to another flare-up in his lower back. Christian Yelich told reporters today that he was just not feeling like himself lately, so he is going to see a specialist. He said all the options are on the table, including being shut down for the year to try to figure out the issue. He was leading the National League in batting average so far this season. So, man, you hate to see that for one of the best hitters in the game right now, and just that back has just been nagging him for years, it feels like.
Yeah, basically since he's been a Brewer, and a huge leader in that clubhouse, too, because this is a younger team, and he's essentially a veteran. So maybe they get a little bit more active before the trade deadline now.
He can take my back. It's not that bad.
Christian, whatever you need.
Whatever you need.
Thanks, Jacob.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, we'll have another look at your forecast right after this.
Hello. It was 1990 when I first looked out of the TV and told you about high quality at lower prices. Hi, I'm Miles Wilkins, owner of the Board Store. Some things have changed. Products have gotten so much better. We've gone from 3 to almost 80 employees, and I'm just a little bit older. Some things haven't changed. We still offer high quality at lower prices. Call today for a prompt free estimate on your next home improvement from the Board Store.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month. Call 1-833-376-4999.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too. Call now.
You can tell it's the dog days of Christmas. Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls puts a little snowman in your summer with the Dog Days of Christmas giveaway. Stuffing your stocking with a share of $20,000 cash. We're celebrating Christmas in the summertime with cash drawings on August 31st. Pick up a free drawing entry today. Earn bonus entries playing slots or table games. And on Saturday, August 31st, you could unwrap some cold cash. It's the Dog Days of Christmas at Ho-Chunk Gaming. See the Rewards Club for details. Must be 21 or over to play.
It's going to be a very seasonable night for much of the area tonight in La Crosse. We're sticking in the low 50 or low 60s, maybe dipping down into those upper 50s. Eau Claire definitely dipping down into those upper 50s. A little bit cooler. Both areas, though, it could be seeing some patchy fog as we get into the morning hours. Other than that, very hot as we're getting into next week.
All right, and again, everybody just pray for Christian Yelich.
Yes, please.
We need him for this Brewers run. We need him. Thanks for joining us at 6.
We'll see you at 10.